Maria B, Maria
It's Young John, the wicked producer.
I coulda give Fabio Santa.
DJ Neptune.
My baby now, yellow boy. Living la vida loca. Now my show killer. I scatter everywhere I enter. As you can see, body no be firewood. Anytime I see you, girl, I want touch you. I don't mess up.
Back to the morning show.
I'm Reuben and Patrick.
I'm Ojy.
Our next guest is no newbie to the entertainment industry. A professional disc jockey with a wide sense and high taste for good music. He has won different awards for his good works in the industry, including Best International DJ at the African Entertainment Awards. Here to talk about his music and how DJs have taken over the music scene in Africa by putting out their own original songs. Also, the secrets and tricks to becoming a relevant and successful DJ. Joining us is Imohiosen Patrick, popularly known as DJ Neptune. Welcome to the morning show.
Good morning.
Thank you.
DJ Neptune, good to see you.
Same here. Thank you for having me.
Well, let's talk about this DJ thing.
Okay.
Electronic dance music. It used to be counterculture.
Yeah.
Now it's mainstream.
Yeah.
But one of the most successful DJs out there,
Yeah.
I think it's called David Malfive.
Yes.
Yeah, you know, you also have the Swedish Home Mafia,
Swedish House
DJ
Mafia.
Niesto,
Yeah.
you know, DJ David
Guetta,
Guetta. Yeah. So these are the big names.
Yeah.
You know, some of them making as much as $20 million
More than.
per annum.
Yeah.
Now, but David Malfive once said, look, to be a DJ, anybody can be a DJ.
Yeah.
That you just push buttons. That you just need to be taught certain things for about 30 minutes, 1 hour, that you don't need any talent at all. Is it true? Is it something that anybody can do? Because I would like to be a DJ too.
Well,
Why
I
not?
mean,
If it's just to push buttons.
now it's not something everybody can do. First and foremost, you must have love for the act, and then now take your time to learn the basics. You know, so learning the basics in terms of knowing your music, knowing the tempo, knowing how to mix your transition and all that. Now with electronic dance music, I don't want to use the word it's easy, but then it's on a particular tempo. So say from like 120 BPM to 130 BPM. So it's not that stressful. It's not like you have to think extra mile or go extra mile to be like, okay, I need to mix a song that's between 110 and 125. So they're just on one particular tempo and the beat is just going, and the fans are enjoying the music. Yeah.
So how lucrative is the DJ industry here in Nigeria?
It's fair. It's okay. I mean, it puts food on the table. It takes care of the family. You look good. You're okay. You're comfortable. But compared to electronic dance music DJs like Guetta, Tiesto, those guys are making tons of money. I understand because their fan base, it's not just in the particular region. I mean, as compared to Afrobeat DJs, whereby you basically just DJing for the African crowd, and then if you're extremely good, you can cut across to the white folks. But for electronic dance music, you've got guys in Asia who listen to EDM, you've got guys in Europe, you've got guys in America, so it's across borders, so they make more money.
But if you look at the Nigerian market, you know, I mean, it's growing, it's still growing here. In parts of Europe and Asia, people have complained that maybe it's not as attractive as it is again. But you have many people who want to be DJs now because of the example of people like you, DJ Jimmy Jart, DJ Copy, DJ Spinner, DJ Exclusive, all these guys. Now, do you see the possibility that someday almost everybody will want to become a DJ and the bubble could burst?
It's possible.
Because you see a lot of people buying equipment now.
Well, that's great, yeah.
Yeah, it's possible because, I mean, back then, it wasn't cool to be a DJ. I mean, when you say you're a DJ, they think you're irresponsible. But now you have the rich parents who want their kids to also be a DJ. So, I mean, what that tells me is the business is growing. It's now more than just mixing music. It's an art on its own. People are beginning to understand that. And it's good business for us because if you're in the mix and you're a professional DJ and then you have the rich, extremely rich family who also want their kids to be a DJ. That means you're doing something right. That means you're on the right lane. So yeah, it's good.
Oh, okay, great. So what are some of the strategies of becoming a successful DJ? Just
wow.
in case. Yeah, let's hear it.
Strategy. Is there really a strategy? I mean, first and foremost, you should be very professional with what you're doing. Yeah. I tell people this every day. Take your time to learn the basics because you really can't tell where this profession can take you to. And then, yeah, you need a little bit of grace from God, because definitely whatever you're trying to do, if you don't have God on your side, then you're just going to be roaming round and round there. So, I mean, there's really no tricks to it. For me, I've been in the industry for 17 years, and what I've been able to do is just transit from one level to another level, from being that DJ at the fast food to being a radio DJ to now being a mobile DJ who's known across different continents. So basically, you just need to put in that work and take it one step at a time.
Okay, so well, how do you see the Nigerian music industry here? There's not a lot of genre of music here. Yeah. Can you list some of the genres that we have here right now? I know there is Afro pop, and then there is Afro beats, then there is like the hip hop and R&B. Yeah. Do you think Nigerians are afraid to diversify? Because it feels like I could count them like just 6 or 7 genres that we have in the music industry here. And what are the challenges? Why do you think Nigerians are afraid to diversify?
I wouldn't say Nigerians are afraid to diversify, because we still have artists like Tivita Kolo, like Bears, like YJ, who still do their own kind of music. But I would say Afro beats.
What is that considered? R&B?
R&B, alternative music. So I mean, it's a bit difficult to box it in a genre of its own. I understand where you're coming from, because you even find hip-hop artists trying to do Afrobeat music. But then again, you need to understand that people need to put food on the table. So if the fans, or rather the promoters, are saying, listen, we want Afrobeat music, we want Afro-pop music, you get frustrated, and then you now want to start making those kind of songs, which to me doesn't really define the real you, because I'll use South Africa as a case study.
Yes.
When you're in South Africa, when you're listening to Kwaito, you have the guys doing the Kwaito music. When you want hip-hop, you have Casper, you have AKA, you have Nasty C. You know, so they have a well-structured industry. But in Nigeria, I mean, it's growing, and I believe with time, we'll get there.
So it's more like the demand of type of music. That's why the musicians are gearing towards
exactly, because
that.
if you're trying to...
It's not the exposure, or is that a part of it?
It's not really the exposure. I mean, yeah, you're exposed to do good music. You know what good music is all about.
But like classical music, I can just count maybe 2 classical musicians that I know of in Nigeria that are doing well.
Yeah,
and so
you're right. That's what our guys also need to understand, that you can still do you and make money. You don't have to look at trying to sell out shows at Echo Hotel. Even if your fan base is 1,000, 2,000, focus on them, feed them that good music they want, and trust me, when you're putting out your shows, these guys will.
Who is the most memorable artist you've worked with?
The
ones you have enjoyed working with most?
I would, on that list, I'll put Kiss Daniel, I'll put Mayor Kun, I'll put Runtown, I'll put Davido.
I love Runtown.
Yeah, you love Runtown?
What is special about each one of them?
I mean, they're talented artists in their own unique way. Working with them was stress-free. Yeah, despite the fact that, I mean, they have their own busy schedule, I have my own busy schedule. You know, so they respect the fact that, okay, this is Neptune, we need to come through for him, because, I mean, this guy has been there for us all through the life, from playing our songs on radio, club, events, and whatnot, yeah.
You used to be DJ to Neptune, right?
Yes.
Are you guys still working together, or you've gone your separate ways?
I mean, we're still cool, we're fine. NATO is still somewhere in the mix when it comes to music, but I wouldn't deny the fact that, I mean, it put me up there. 28, when we linked up, we toured Africa together, we toured the United States and also the UK. So definitely I'll give it to Nate to see for looking out for me.
So let's talk about making music. We just listened to Tia Raba, is that what it is? Yeah. There are some people that say that DJs are not really musicians, and so is that right, Dr. Abati?
Well,
I understand.
So, okay, so tell us, what was the inspiration, and did you actually write the song, or?
Okay, for Tia Raba, I didn't actually write the song, but I co-produced with the producer, Young John, who produced that album. By the way, I just released my album, Greatness. Okay. So if you've not heard that album, go check it out.
I heard it last night. Yes, very good.
You like it? Dope.
Very good.
So basically, what I can speak for myself. Okay. What I'm doing is, when I started as a DJ, I wanted to be a musician, but Dad kicked against it. No way, you know, because I had this uncle who would come home back then to put me through voice training and all that whatnot. So for me, it's always been what I wanted to do, you know. So, but I found DJing along the line, and that was very comfortable for me. But right now, I mean, I'm up there. I know I still have that juice, so why not? Why not feed the industry? So basically, what I've done is bring a couple of guys together, because I'm thinking towards a different direction as a DJ, you know. So try to place collaboration that on a normal day an artist would not understand, or rather see the vision of collaborating with a different artist. So I mean, so far it's been good. The Greatness album has been buzzing. People love it. I just did a nice state tour around Nigeria promoting the album as well. So far it's been good.
Very nice.
As an artist, because DJs are also artists in their own right, what is more important to you? Is it the sound or the sense? Because, you know, in techno music, there's plenty of sound.
Yes.
And I once wrote a piece. I mean, I must have received close to 100 rejoinders to it, where I said, look, music in Nigeria of the younger generation is more about rhythm, beats, you know, synthetic beats, rather than sense. What is more important to you? Is it the sound or the sense? The fact that you want your album people to dance, or you have a message? And if you have a message, what is your message as an artist?
They're both important, the message and the sound. For me, what I was able to do with this album is I have different genre of music. So if you love reggae dancehall, there's a track on there with Patoranking from Nigeria and Efia from Ghana. So if you love the typical Afrobeat music, you have Wait with Kiss Daniel, there's something with Davido and Fino for you. So if you're the hip-hop fan, there's a track called Blood and Fire with MI and Jesse Jacks. Different tracks, different message, different genre of music. If you're the laid-back R&B guy, there's Malik Berry for you to listen to on the album. So different spice for different folks. So now, coming back to your question, to our guys, I think right now is more of the rhythm and less message. But I wouldn't really pin that to just Nigerian artists. It's a universal thing, because even if you listen to music abroad, it's more of the beats, and then they're singing about the lifestyle. There's really no deep content.
So you think that this is Western influence?
Yes, I think that's
because traditional African music, you know, the usual thing is to combine sound and sense.
But then again, if you want to listen to music with a lot of sense, there are still artists out there back home in Nigeria making this kind of music. So it's your choice.
But their music may not be so danceable. And
that's
as a DJ, you are interested in dance.
But
you want to move people to the dance floor.
As a DJ, that's where the creativity comes in. If it's not a danceable music, you can take the acapella to the studio and do a dance version.
Okay.
But what will you say to DJs, young ones, aspiring ones? Because I see too many young people now carrying things around and moving things around.
It's a bit more easy right now.
What advice will you give them?
Okay, it's a bit more easy right now as compared to when I started, because then we had to move around with big turntables, and then tons of records. But now you just need a small MIDI controller and your laptop and your DJ. But my advice to every young DJ out there is take your time to learn the basics. Don't be carried away with the paparazzi and the fame, because at the end of the day, that would not sustain you in the industry. Maybe 1 year, 2 years, and then when you're up there, you can't really match up with the talented DJ. So take your time, learn the basics. DJing is an act of its own. It's way beyond playing music. There's a psychological power whereby you're out there, you're dancing to what I'm playing, you're not telling me what you want to listen to, but from your body language, I understand the next track to play. So it's deeper than what people think it is.
How do you handle the business side of things? Because this is not just about love of beats. You know, it's also about putting food on the table. How do you manage that side? Do you have a manager, or you manage yourself?
I have a team. I have a record label, Neptune Records. And then aside from the label, we also manage artists, we manage events as well. So definitely I have a team that brainstorms, because I mean, as a talent, you can't have everything up there. My main focus is, okay, Neptune, you're booked XYZ day, what kind of event it is, so I can prepare my playlist, know what I'm going to do, and focus on that. I'm not trying to find out, okay, oh, this is what you have to wear, you need to look this way, oh, this is what is coming in. I have a team taking care of all that, but I oversee everything at the end of the day.
Oh, one personal question. How did you get into this business, and why?
How did I get into this business? Okay, like I said, when I was growing up, entertainment has always been something I wanted to do, you know, so that's why I started off singing.
How did you
start, but now what happened was, I was fortunate to sneak out of the house one festive period to a friend's end of year party, and that's my first time of seeing a DJ like mix live, you know. So to me, it felt like a magician that night. So I couldn't get that memory off my head. When I got home, I just told myself, you know what, this is it. So I started going around looking for DJs to understudy, listening to a lot of radio shows so I could get to learn more music and know more songs. What was your
first DJ?
My first DJ gig was a friend's party back in my hood. A lot of people didn't believe I was a DJ then, so I just told the guy, it's your birthday. I'm not trying to make money. Let's just get the equipment.
Our DJs also good dancers because I see some, they dance a lot. Then some are just standing there like they are posing. Well, and I said, this man should do shaku shaku.
Hey, Dr. Marty, come on, let's do the shaku.
Well,
no, you were showing me the shaku shaku earlier.
I don't want to dance like shaku on television.
Well, maybe not all. Maybe not all. If you have the skill, flaunt it. Maybe not all DJs, yeah.
Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Great pleasure having you.
It was such a fun segment. That's all from international DJ Neptune. We'll take a short break now. When we come back, Nigerian musician and philanthropist Ojy will be joining us in the studios. Stay with us.